Most of the ocean salt comes from rocks on land, because when acidic rain hits the rocks, it erodes them and causes them to release salt. The salt
I thought we were swimming in whale batter.
The reason the ocean is so salty.
Yo, what's up, Charming Gang? We're gonna be checking out some casual geographic. Wow, I've never done this before. This video is called Why I'd Throw a Cactus Before I Go in the Ocean. You already know I have a fear of ocean, so I thought this would be the perfect place to start. So let's see why I throw a cactus. Goodness gracious.
This is probably the most terrifying thing you'll ever see.
What the hell is that? Whoa! Is that a prank? That looks like the thing from Nope. Y'all ever saw that movie, The Alien from Nope?
That thing
Sorry,
is actually
spoiler
a big
alert.
fin squid and it's believed to grow up to 26 feet long.
Oh, as long as my dick.
believe they hunt by dragging those freakish arms across the ocean floor, snatching up anything unlucky enough to accidentally brush up against it. But by far the scariest thing about this hell squid, we know almost nothing about it. We don't know how they mate, how they live. All we know for sure is that you can find them at the very bottom of the ocean at depths of up to 15,000 feet, which is more than half the height of Mount Everest.
Yeah, you're not catching me in the ocean.
Here's the part that personally freaks me out.
You're not catching me in the
Every
ocean,
big fin
bro.
ever caught was a juvenile, and since no adults have ever been captured, it's possible they can be even bigger than we thought. This sea slender man's arms are covered in tiny suckers, meaning once it grabs something, there aren't a lot of things strong enough to break free. Those
tiny
arms can be
suckers,
over
though,
90% of their total body length, and they hold it at a 90-degree angle, which makes this violation against nature look like it's T-posing. As technology improves, we might have a chance to learn more about them.
I don't want to learn more
Which isn't
about
a good
them.
thing. They need to stay
Thank
in
you.
hell. Facts, but they slowly get more and more disturbing. Blue whales can produce 400 gallons of baby batter, but only 10% of it makes it to the female, meaning 360 gallons get dumped back out in case.
Is that why the water's salty?
Whale maker. Gray whales will go 3 players, with 2 males and a female. While the first male is getting his rocks off, the second wing whale will swim underneath the female and help
they be having
process that can last up to an hour.
They be having game bangs.
Almost every sea monster story ever told was really about a whale's penis, and I will never let y'all forget it. Sperm whales are so loud that their sound can vibrate you to death by either causing your lungs to collapse or an air bubble to form in your brain, which will instantly take your senses. Blue whales are big, but not a lot of people understand how big.
They're the biggest creature that have ever
more
existed.
than 2 miles away. They can swallow almost 500,000 calories at once.
Ooh.
Allegedly, a whale's fart bubble can enclose a full-grown horse.
Whoa, 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 whoa. A fart bubble? A fart bubble can enclose a full-grown horse? Imagine getting death by fart bubble from a damn sperm whale or blue whale, whatever whale it was. I don't need to be in the ocean. The ocean is very scary. Cthulhu lives in the ocean. Pretty sure Atlantis is in there too. And mermaids are not all cute and Little Mermaid-like. No, they're devil creatures that want to eat your booty.
And because I am who I am, I have to tell you that the largest blue whale penis was about 16 feet long and weighed anywhere from 700 to 900 pounds.
He almost has me beat.
Blue whales don't spray water out of their blowholes the way you see in movies. It's actually warm air being forced out of the lungs. It's basically its breath. It's one of the most unholy smells that can ever assault your nose.
Oh, it stinks,
like burning rubber in a fish cemetery. Because of that video, there's now people that believe the ocean is salty because of whale sperm.
I do think so too.
I'm not gonna lie, I wish it were true because of the look on people's faces when I tell them this is free therapy, but it isn't. Most of the ocean salt comes from rocks on land, because when acidic rain hits the rocks, it erodes them and causes them to release salt. The salt
I thought we were swimming in whale batter.
The reason the ocean is so salty is because this has been happening for millions on billions of years.
Got you.
Some of the salt also comes from hydrothermal vents at the bottom of the ocean, but most of the time when you taste seawater, the salt comes from a rock.
It's good to know I'm not tasting whale batter.
You don't have to worry about salty seawater. Besides, you should probably be more concerned with the fact that your perfume used to be made from whale vomit.
What?
The more you know. Fish you should be most afraid of isn't the shark.
I got my natural musk.
Stonefish, because it can deliver venom powerful enough to cause crippling pain and toxic enough to activate your life insurance in less than 2 hours.
Like my girlfriend.
This fish is armed with a venom called verrucotoxin, and as a neurotoxin, it shuts your body down from the inside. Ooh. If you got stung, you would first feel incapacitating pain, swelling, and eventually numbness. But no worries, it gets worse.
It gets worse, he says. No worries, he says.
If you don't get medical attention fast enough, the poison would destroy tissues in the body, cause uncontrollable twitching and shaking, and eventually paralysis.
When do you die?
It harder and harder to breathe until you eventually black out.
Can I die already?
Describe the pain as getting continuously hit with a sledgehammer all over the body, and even if you survive, you can still walk away with permanent nerve damage and muscle atrophy.
I hope y'all are paying attention to this video, because for all y'all ocean lovers, all you water lovers, this is what is lurking right below your feet, man. Like, they live here. But to be honest with you, didn't even know this fish existed. I would say one of my biggest fears is, like, you know, a shark attack. How unlikely that is, I know. Don't get me wrong, but bruh, come on. I ain't gonna be afraid of that. I'm gonna be afraid of the thing with the big shark teeth.
But there's 2 big reasons why this Satan guppy might be the most dangerous fish on Earth. One is this picture. Because the stonefish looks like a stone, it's so easy to accidentally step on one. And when you do, those spines would get shoved up your foot, and the harder you step, the more poison gets pumped into you. And number 2, they can survive outside of water for up to 24 hours, meaning they don't have to be underwater to put you underground.
Oh, they can go on our turf!
Mistaking a fish for a stone can get you the death penalty. You should never pick
They can pull up on our street.
It's actually one of the most venomous things on the planet. That's because the cone snail can shoot you with a harpoon at 400 miles per hour.
Didn't know that.
That would be like getting struck by 14 Usain Bolts, because ironically this snail is one of the fastest animals on the planet, being able to hit you almost as fast as you can blink.
That's not fair.
The only thing fast about them, because this murder slug was nicknamed Cigarette Snail because according to urban legend, if you got hit by one, you had enough time for a puff puff pass before you puff puff pass away.
Damn, puff puff pass.
Pain, swelling, numbness, and vomiting. But don't worry.
Yeah, get me out of the ocean, bro.
Muscle paralysis, double vision, and difficulty breathing. And once you get to that point, you can go ahead and start printing out shirts because you finna be on one.
Ooh,
and even though the cigarette
wasn't an
exaggeration, it could take only 5 to 8 hours for them to connect you to God's Wi-Fi. Now the problem with these snails is that they use venom to paralyze unlucky prey, and they'll even put them to sleep with a toxin that's 1,000 times more powerful than morphine, which works on fish and stupid people that pick them up.
Why aren't we using that in medicine then?
Like Tyson, they be on them combos. They can have 50 different toxins in their venom, which is why there is no antidote. The only cure is to try not to die.
Try not to die, he says. Easier said than done.
I should probably explain what the hell this is. That was an angel shark, and that's the worst Call of Duty player you'll ever meet. The angel shark will lie motionless for days waiting for anything bite-sized to accidentally pass above its head so it can take its life.
So be
Sounds
camping.
Like a but there's no
I get it.
In the ocean, so this camel shark stab pads kills like no other. But you don't have to worry about them snatching up your leg because they're only interested in fish, crustaceans, and mollusks like squid.
Thank Lord.
That being said, angel sharks are a lot like electrical power sockets. They're only dangerous if you're stupid enough to poke them. Now you would think that's common
kids like poking
things. Sharks stay perfectly still. Scuba divers think it's a good idea to touch them, and that makes these sharks go from mannequin challenge to homicide. Luckily, attacks are rare, and as long as you're not an idiot, this sea carpet won't fade you.
You see, he says that attacks are rare, but watch me be the one human attack that just wants to, swim in the ocean and then takes it as a threat, man. Like, watch me be the one, man. That's how my luck is. But that's hilarious. The worst Call of Duty player ever, because they just be camping. They be camping on Fortnite as well, bro. I swear, once it gets down to like 15 people or less, it's Camp Central. Like, they building camps, they're roasting marshmallows, they're sitting by the campfire.
Good thing, too. Because there's a shark in this picture, and he may not be an angel, but he'll turn you into one. Reasons why this is your new favorite fish.
Why would it be my favorite?
23 feet over
that looks like a Pokemon!
Perfectly harmless to people.
Mantis?
Ever eat plankton and small shrimp.
What is that called?
Unlike stingrays, they're not venomous. This giant placemat couldn't hurt you if it wanted to.
I know a
They're
Pokemon
smart enough to
I'm
understand mirrors because manta rays were seen waving and blowing bubbles at their own reflection. Something they wouldn't do if they thought it was another manta ray. Manta rays will launch themselves out of the ocean, and they do it to get rid of parasites or to avoid predators. But sometimes it seems like they do it just for fun.
It looks like they fly. That's creepy.
Fish, making them arguably the smartest things in the ocean that don't also belong on a list with Cosby. That isn't a TV guide. Baby manta rays are called pups, and a mother will give birth to 1 or 2 pups every year. They're normally black, a dark brown, or a grayish blue, but there are pink manta rays out there, and no, this is not edited. This pink manta ray was found off the coast of Australia on the Great Barrier Reef, proving that
now girls have another, color to pair their
They're smart enough to form strong emotional bonds with each other, and they're smart enough to ask for help. One repeatedly approached the diver until he realized that she had a fish hook stuck under her eye, and she waited patiently as he removed it. Once he removed it, she swam off. What would happen if you took one of the meanest animals in the ocean and gave it legs?
Don't give it legs!
When you'd have one of the most violently aggressive animals on Earth on land.
Don't give it legs!
Because it technically happened and they exist. It's a known fact that the biggest menace to society in the ocean are dolphins of any kind. They jump sharks for no reason, slapbox their babies, and they have a rap sheet longer than Drake's. And the worst dolphin of all actively tortures other animals for sport. Dolphins and whales are part of a group called cetaceans.
They be bullying these sharks.
This guy decided he wanted to test his luck out in the ocean and evolved to become semi-aquatic and then fully aquatic. But funny story, there was a group of these land animals that actually stayed on land, and about 54 million years ago they split up, with the animals that would become whales and dolphins heading out to sea. The ones that didn't follow them out into the ocean stayed on land, and after millions of years of plot development, they went on to become one of the most vicious
animal did they become?
In case I haven't made it
alligators?
Obvious, I'm talking about hippos.
Hippos!
The African homicide horse is actually the closest living relative of whales and dolphins.
I'm from Africa. Hippos are crazy.
Origin, a devil's overbite, and the others are pufferfish abusing, shark assaulting, sea quagmire, and that is evolution.
I think it's hilarious how we have like all these movies like with Jaws and shark attacks, etc. Sharknado, for crying out loud. How did that even become a movie? I need a scientifically accurate movie because dolphins in whales, or I just should say dolphins, be the biggest bullies. I did know that. We have all these Hollywood movies about sharks. When are we gonna get a movie about dolphins and how much of a bully and how much more dangerous that they are?
Remember that dolphin sound effect from SpongeBob that was supposed to be like a sensor?
Oh, I do remember that.
I'm talking about.
He was cursing that episode.
It didn't actually come from a dolphin. It was actually the sped up laughter of the kookaburra. It's a kingfisher bird found in Australia that sounds like a guy trying way too hard to laugh at a cute.
I thought it was a dolphin. Ew, what are they laughing at? That's kind of creepy. Would you want to wake up to that?
When you double the playback speed, you can hear the sound that cartoons made you swear was a dolphin.
I can hear it. My whole life is a lie.
Moral of this video, every dolphin sound effect you've ever heard on every TV show is really just an Australian crack Tweety.
All right, now I can see why the title of this video was why I would throw a cactus before I go in the ocean. It's pretty obvious, because like, look at what lurks down there. And the ocean be deep AF, it's dark AF, it's vast AF, creepy AF. What other AFs are there? It's the ocean. There's everything and everything we don't know in there. But don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video. Without further ado, that was it. My name is Prince of Hawkem. Stay charmed, my friends.